This man's the highlight. He's been following me all day. I don't know what he wants, but it's cool. Think we're good here? Depending on the year, I sometimes get lucky and there's enough water coming down to this spot here where I can just come down from a shorter distance, scoop up some water and bring it up to my trees and various other crops. So over here in this current body of water is where I get what I need to water all the plants up there. Depending on the time of year, it does run dry, but fortunately for now, it's pretty full. Since I'm limited to the infrastructure of this farm, I am stuck doing things manually. It builds character though. Now, right now, this is a lot easier than it has been historically. As you can see, this was recently cut out thanks to some good friends of mine, Dave and Connor. We cleared this out and we now have ease of access to this body of water. But if I do not take care of it, some of these weeds will come back and make it more troublesome during times I need water. I do want to address the elephant in the room here, which is that there is a singular plank missing from this bridge. This bridge was built, depending on who I ask, between 8 and 10 years ago. It does need repair. Most of these boards are solid, but for the time being, they'll do while I try to find replacements. While we're here, I'd like to mention what this future project is going to be. We've cleared out a little bit of this, but the plan is to go back even deeper and wider. I'd like to make this more of a picnic and gathering area for friends, family, and my really cool neighbors next door. We're hoping that we can get it cleared out sometime this year, and we'll see where that goes. Not something that I planted personally, but what came with this property are these sort of tardy berries. They're not raspberries, but they're not blackberries. But boy, are they delicious. I hope I could get more this summer. All farms have to start somewhere, and the way my fiance and I decided to go about this is by planting apple trees. She likes Macintosh, I enjoy Granny Smith, and we planted these two back in the summer of 2025. As you can see, they did well over winter, and we applied some diatomaceous earth around the perimeter to try to keep away ants and other insects that could ruin these fine trees. Okay. Over here we have 3 gold raspberry bushes. I'm not entirely sure whether or not they're taking. I will continue to water them and give them some more time. I am not sure whether I'll know by the end of this season or not, but it'll be fun to try anyways. And over here is one of our more experimental crops here. In between this Kentucky grass, we actually have some daikon radishes growing. Now, it seems they have taken, but as you can tell by the lack of fencing, one of the greater challenges I have is keeping the deer away, as they so much enjoy eating anything I put down, despite the fact that if you look around us, there is literally anything and everything that they could eat, but they choose to walk here and eat my radishes. Now, next to the radishes here, I'm not sure if anything's taken yet, but I have planted some pumpkin seeds. I'm hoping that even one, actually yes, right here. I got 2 that have, I believe, sprung, though I am not an expert. I want to clarify that. But much like these radishes, as time goes on, my biggest issue will be not having a fence to keep the deer from eating things that I enjoy. But as time goes on, I do plan on putting a fence in. Yeah. And over here we have a goji berry bush. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I planted this back in March and it seems to be doing quite well. Though I don't know how they taste, a friend of mine's wife who is Chinese told me, and I quote, "I don't really like them." So at some point, I'll find out whether she's right or not. In the meantime, it seems to be taking quite well, and at the very least, it adds just a little more to what this farm has to offer. Give it some time to soak and then add some more. And over here we have some beans. To my knowledge, I don't know what type of beans, but my wonderful fiance Anna has planted them, and much like the goji berry bush, it has began to thrive in this wood chipped area. It will suffer likely the same fate of the deer eating the things that I enjoy if I do not fence it soon, but that'll be a project for another day. And over here we have the singular piece of corn that has taken in this area, planted by my wonderful fiance. This piece of corn has a lot of challenges ahead of it, as it is not an easy crop to grow, and it suffers from all the issues that everything else here will have at this current time. It came from that, look at it. Woo!
Well, that is the kernel it came from then.
But nature finds a way. And over here, last but not least, is our experimental plum trees. That is one half of this tree here that we had gotten from the Tractor Supply. And I don't know what direction this will go, but we are going to give it a year. And we will keep growing it at this time. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We could always try again. Sorry, that actually sounded really cool.